Hey guys, ClusterM and Madmonkey have released version 2.12 of their Hatchie 2 software. This enables you to play other system games such as the Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo and even N64, along with a few other systems. By installing a RetroArch mod, all of this is possible. Personally, I quite like to use the NES Classic just for Nintendo games, but if you fancy trying some other games then follow this guide and it should get you up and running in hopefully no time. Firstly, you will need to download the updated version of Hatchie 2, download it from the link in the description and extract it to your hard drive, preferably on the root. Next, you will need to download the RetroArch mod. Again, please find the link in the description below. Download RetroArch H mod. I will also recommend downloading CloverApp as well, as this enables you to fine tune RetroArch if you need to. Download and extract both of these files to the same area that you extracted Hatchie 2. I will recommend flashing your NES Classic back to its original state. If you want to skip this you can, but in any case I have renamed my old Hatchie folder to .old as seen in the video. Next, copy the dump folder and paste it into the new Hatchie folder. Next, select the RetroArch.hmod file and select copy. Open the Hatchie 2 folder, open user mods and paste the file here. Repeat this for the CloverApp folder, but rename the CloverApp folder to CloverApp.hmod. Now, run the Hatchie2.exe to load the software up. If you want to reset your NES Classic back to its original kernel, go to the kernel menu and select Flash Original Kernel. Click Yes and you'll see the following screen. I've covered this before, but just follow the instructions on screen. Make sure the NES power button is off, hold down Reset and press the power button a few seconds later. The kernel should start transferring back to your NES Classic. Install the driver if you need to, but if you are flashing the kernel back then chances are you've already got the driver installed. Okay, so the settings menu has had a few changes. I'm not going to go too much into detail here because I've covered that in previous videos, but you can change the console type. You can also change controller hacks, so you can press down and select to restart the NES. The major thing here though is that folders have been sort of upgraded a bit, so what I would recommend is just testing out these folders, finding out what works best for you. Okay, next we need to actually install the mod so we can use RetroArch to play our games. So you can do that by going to the toolbar, clicking modules, click install extra modules. Now in this list you will see 3 items. RetroArch needs to be ticked. CloverApp as well, you might want to tick that. There is also the music hack, which basically you can have different music on the menu of the NES Mini. It's up to you if you want to do this. I'm not going to cover that. After you've done this, click OK. You will need to follow the instructions on screen. This is just to enable the mods on your NES Classic. Now if you want to change any of the RetroArch settings whilst using your NES Classic, you can do so by clicking Add More Games, then finding the CloverApp from earlier. This will be in the Hatchie 2 User Mods folder under the CloverApp HMod. Just click the file with the .desktop at the end and you're good to go. It will appear in the list. Okay, so we can start adding more games to your NES Classic now. Click the Add More Games button and you can already see that I've got an NES game here waiting. Unfortunately it won't show any of your other games up that you've downloaded, so what you need to do is click down on the right hand side there and make sure it says All Files. Okay, so that will show all your games available up. You can individually click each one to add them or just select them all like I've just done. Okay, we're going to want some covers for your games now, so what you need to do is go to File, Download box art for all games. Again, depending on how many games you've loaded onto your NES Classic, this can take a while. If you want to delete a game off of this list, then all you need to do is find it, right mouse click it and select Delete Game. If you want to change any of the details on the right hand side, you can do so here. Once you're ready to transfer everything over to your NES Classic, just click the button that says Synchronise Selected Games with NES Mini. Click Yes and follow the on-screen instructions as before. Just a heads up, if you've never used Hatchy 2 with your NES Classic before, it will mention at this point that it needs to save a copy of your kernel. Do so. There will be a message appear that says that you can click OK to start uploading your NES games. Do so. I thought I'd mention at this point that the NES Classic Pad obviously just has 2 buttons. If you're going to want to play other system games such as Super Nintendo or N64, you're going to need another joypad. I recommend using one of the Wii Classic controllers for this. There is enough buttons and sticks on it to be able to play whatever game you want. Now, if you're trying to copy across too many games, or perhaps the game sizes are a bit too big, you will get this message. It's fine to click OK. You will, however, need to read the instructions and repeat the process again. This will take a while. I have sped the video up slightly, but depending on how many games you are transferring, do expect it to take a while. I thought I'd also mention, if there were any NES games that you tried before but wouldn't work because of mapper support, RetroArch will take over and these games will work. Now you will want to go and use the RetroArch settings, especially if you're going to be playing N64 games. The few games that I did try did run at a very slow frame rate. I've heard that you can go and change some of these settings to improve that, so it's well worth doing. On the upside, the Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis and Game Boy emulation works perfectly, so you shouldn't have any problems there. So once everything is completed transferring across, you can click OK to this message. Before disconnecting your NES Classic, make sure the power light has gone out. It can take a few seconds. Once this is all done, you can go and connect it up to your TV and make sure it works. So there you go. I hope I explained that clearly. Definitely go and check out the folder options and experiment into finding whatever one suits you best. If you got any problems, maybe leave a comment down below. I'm sure someone can help you out. If you've enjoyed the video, maybe give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching.